I often hear a myth that people still today, they don't believe that sugar diabetes can be cured, like not managed but cured. It's very sad that there are still people who still believe like that, especially people from my race, because if you know better, those diseases were never mentioned in our communities in the olden days. They were never, because it was because of the way we were eating, the way in which we were exercising. That was part of exercise. So now there was no way you would see besingakula, because every food that we were eating was organic. I forever tell people ukuthi food is poison and food is medicine.
Welcome to this week's exciting episode of Inside the Bambela. I'm your host, LeoGrant. On this week's hot seat, we've got Sakhile Sibiya, the laser guru and extraordinaire. Sakhile, welcome to Inside the Bambela.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm really excited to be part of your podcast.
It's so funny you said invite when you are the one who's actually hosting. To our everyday viewers, I know what the comments. They're gonna be red hot on some. Where's the brown door? Where's the yellow chair? Where's everything? So yes, Inside Bombela goes to where the people you need to talk to know about. That's where they live, play, and work. That's when we decided to visit you, Sakhile, today, so that you can actually hold our hands and actually tell us more about what you do.
Okay. Most of the things that I'm doing, people are actually not aware of. I basically started with beauty.
Yes.
Because like I did laser with the laser college. I studied laser. I also studied laser in China as well. But now, as time goes on, I realized that, when a person is dirty inside, that person can't be beautiful as well.
Yes.
So then I decided to shift a little bit and focus more on health.
Yes.
Reason being, a person will come and maybe he's got pimples, the face is inflamed, and if you do the colon cleansing on that person, the inflammation obviously goes away. So then I decided, no, let me shift my focus and focus more. So that's when I started to learn in India again, and I took some online classes with Russia as well, so that I can combine. But I also had a wonderful dad, because my dad will do some of these things in a traditional way.
Yes.
For an example, like acupuncture, now we use needling.
Yes.
But my dad was using thorns.
Okay.
And also,
like what, from the acacia tree or something?
I only know the name of it in my dialect.
Fair enough, Mama.
I don't know it in English, but like you take the thorn and then you will sprinkle on the feet of males, and then blood will come out nicely.
Yes.
So that was a way of detoxing the males so that they don't become sick, because women every month they do the detox naturally, but men don't. So my dad will do the detox on men now. So I learned some of the skills from him. But now remember, technology is advanced. Like for an example, someone will be like, Aibo, colon cleansing has been done forever. Yes, you are right, the Sikubitang is paid. But with time, you know, people that don't know what they developed, they ended up liking more tablets than they took their traditional way of doing things, put them aside, put them on the shelf and never open those shelves and focus more on pills. So now the way in which I heal, it's more ancient but modern.
Okay, so it's ancient with a modern twist.
Yeah.
Okay. So sorry, Miss Sakhile, I don't know. What would you like me to call
you're right.
Miss Sakhile?
Yeah,
Miss Sakhile, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I don't, I tend to step on toes.
No.
So yeah. Okay, cool. So clean slate, Miss Sakhile.
Yeah.
Miss Sakhile, I don't know. You have not. You grew up in Barberton, right?
Yep.
So there's good things that can actually come out from Barberton.
A lot.
It does.
You know, most people, they don't understand Barberton.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of the craziest towns, you know, in South Africa.
When I have a love for Barberton, it's after when I talk to my friends and family, like, how I love you, they might
have their own reasons. You know, I always say Barberton is more like Congo.
Yes.
You know, Congo, very rich as it is the richest country in the whole world. You speak minerals, you speak water. You know, even if you need gold, you don't dig too deep.
Actually, they've got gorillas. That's enough for me.
They've got like everything, you know, their trees will grow to be very, very tall. Now, when you look at Barberton, it's a little bit of Congo. We have a gold that is not found anywhere in the world except in Barberton, which you call it white gold. It's only found in Barberton. You know, we've got the trees, the minerals that are down there. You know, Barberton is so rich, very rich. And I'm happy that, you know, I'm educating people a little bit about Barberton and more especially Barbertonians. And I love what the mines are doing now.
Yes.
You know, we can't always be blaming you know, government, the mines are doing this very rough fighting. No, the mines, you know, they've employed, you know, recently they've been doing wonders. I'm not saying they're 100%, you know, in any organization, because there are human beings.
Yes.
But if I look at what the mine is doing, and so now, check how Congo is attacked. I'm speaking spirituality.
Yes.
That's how Barberton is being attacked.
Oh.
Barberton, it's so rich that, you see, if you stand like in Makonja Mountain, right on top there,
yes,
and ask someone to be at Table Mountain in Cape Town,
yes,
and then you both check your weather, degrees, it's exactly the same.
Okay, now we're doing that next weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And when you are there on top of Makonja Mountain,
yes, ma'am,
when you are looking there, right on top, you can actually watch the Drikopis Dam.
Drikopis Dam, yes, I know that.
You can just. It's like there's a lot of interesting things that it's just I don't have enough money. You know, I had so many ideas that I just wanted to do in that mountain. You know, because it's so fascinating. I pray God give me money. You know, to. I can't say my ideas now, they'll be stolen.
No, definitely. The IP has not been registered.
Yeah.
So when the good Lord gives you money, please take us with, hold our hand. Let's do this thing together, because funny enough, we are all history buffs. Like I love the whole the proximity of Barberton itself to Swaziland. And with Swaziland having the oldest mine in the world. And the mountains themselves, the mountain range links up from South Africa all the way to Swaziland. And if you ask enough Swattis, they'll tell you that Barberton yet, But that's another story.
No, that's
Altogether. Altogether.
It can't be theirs. You know, where there's gold, you can't.
Mommy, tell us about your upbringing. Like, what type of upbringing do you have? Tell us about your siblings, your parents, all that jazz.
My upbringing, at my age, I grew up during an apartheid era, obviously. I've got beautiful siblings who are actually spoiling me.
Oh, they're spoiling you?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Like with my siblings, let me tell you, I don't have a car.
Okay.
Yeah. I drive my siblings' cars. So if I don't have a car, I just call one of my siblings, I need a car, and I can use that car for a year or more. And then
Can I adopt some of your siblings? Because I feel like we could have a sibling exchange program here where I also get the benefits of being a civilian. It sounds like a dope place to be.
No, I don't own a car. I don't own a car really. So I just that's the kind of love we have. Also, maybe it's how we were raised. I don't know. Sometimes when a person will be like, you're not talking to your siblings. Hold on. I don't think I can stand not talking to my siblings.
No, you guys have quite a connection. I think that's beautiful. And in today's climate, usually that's not the case. Let's be honest. Everybody's living in their own corner.
Yeah.
They look at their own things. So that's beautiful.
Not with us. Yeah.
And we shall continue to that one.
Thank you. Yeah.
Mommy, if you may tell us, you said you've studied at many different countries. You mentioned China, you mentioned Russia.
India. No, Russia I only did online.
Online.
I've never been there, yeah.
But you realize that more than anything else, when you said that, the first thing that rang in my mind was culture shocks. There's a lot of things that are done in a different way from where it is in South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And the moment you cross any border, it's like, when you do it, normally as you are, with a smile on your face, like, hi, go.
What I've learned is that you are very much spiritual. There's no person who's not spiritual. So that is why, people that have healed, that's why I'm able to heal complex things, very complex things. And people that have healed, they'll tell you that I always tell them, you are spiritual. Most of them, I pray for them. I pray for them, yeah. I pray for almost everyone. I've never had a time when a person will say, don't pray for me. I've prayed for Muslims. Yeah, I've posted some of them on my status, praying for them, asking for me. And I'll tell them, look, I believe in Jesus Christ and you believe in Allah. I know. But can I pray for you? And then they'll be like, no, pray. And immediately after I've prayed, I'll see miracles. So there's a scale that I use. It's like when you come to me, I don't want you to tell me what's troubling you. I want to tell you. I must tell you, you've got a headache problem, you've got feet problem, you've got this organ is not functioning properly. So that has taught me, Ukutsi, never ever undermine spirituality.
Yes.
Others will be like Sakhile Sibiya, because in blacks are so confused with spirituality. That is why you find the majority of them buy to us.
Yes.
I'm not against that. Get me well. But my belief is that when such things were done, it was to heal. You will go there to learn herbs.
Yes.
That's why you will spend almost 2 years learning herbs, so that when you come back, you heal
with the same herbs that
you have learned. Yes. You will go there to the mountains or to the field or wherever. They will be teaching you this herbs is healing this, and the spirituality will come in a way that you will be dreaming, right?
Yes.
Of the herbs.
Yes.
And you will take those herbs and teach
the effects.
So now, if in a true sense of the matter, do they know the herbs?
No, they don't.
So why are they doing it?
Well, my sentiment on the subject is you are right and possibly wrong.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I'm in the middle. Like I don't have enough an opinion to say outright that yes, hello. So
my reason of saying that it's because when I come to you as a woman and I say to you, look, I have which is I learned now that these are fibroids because my dad will teach me it's okay. There's a word that they were using. Then my dad will teach me how is done, using your hands, to relieve that thing from the
like as a massage.
Yes, but it's a very hard one.
Okay.
You need to know how to do it. You when that person comes with such a problem, you don't have to tell the person, so and so has bewitched you, so and so, blah blah blah. No, I'm coming to you because I'm sick. Don't tell me my mother-in-law bewitched me. No, heal me.
Yes.
If you've got herbs that you can give me to drink, mix the herbs and give me the herbs and do the manual treatment.
One of the nicest parts I like about being a Black person is that we are fortunate in a sense that we can go where help is available to us. If you've got something that needs African spirituality, you go there. You need acupuncture from the Eastern Bloc, you go there.
Yes, listen, that's where I'm coming in.
Yes.
We were doing acupuncture.
Yes.
You understand what I mean? Maba sebenzisa lenje one. I don't know what's that term called in English. Yes, it was our thing. Like we use sauna. Yes.
Yes, sauna.
That's our African thing. Yeah, that's our. Now I'm using a modernized one.
Yes.
The red light therapy that we are using, it is not an African thing. It's what's Brazil as well.
Yeah.
That side of Brazil, where they will build the house, put some holes and burn the fire outside the house. And if they can't cure you, they don't know how to cure you, they will put you in that house.
Yes.
That's a traditional way of healing, but it's modernized. Steaming, we call it ozone now.
Okay.
Which is what we were doing as Africans. So most of the things that I'm doing are African. It's just that they are more advanced now. And now I've mixed with
a bit of Western and a bit of Eastern, like that. You've made your own
combination. Yes.
So Sakhile, you are mentioning your father a lot.
Yep.
As you talk, I can tell
the relationship is tight.
No.
But I can tell you had a strong relationship.
Yep.
Was he also a healer? And if yes, how did you get so much? What happened? Because you're referring to him in the healing part.
Mm-hmm.
Did he have an influence in you becoming you today?
Yeah. My dad was my friend.
Most females cannot say that sentence. Like, I need to emphasize that.
Really?
Yeah. I'm happy that there's females out there who have a positive relationship with male role models.
No, my dad. I'll speak to. When my dad was here, me growing up as a kid, I'll speak to my dad like my friend.
Yes.
Yes. I'm on my first period. The first person who must know it's my dad. Look, if my friend is really, really annoyed me and pissed me off,
then
I won't
will
even
find
tell.
out before anybody else.
My dad never fought for me, remember, but he will listen. He will listen to the rubbish. Listen, and never say a thing.
Award-winning father right there. Honestly speaking, I have to say, I'm envious. I think he set the bar quite high, and we all need to emulate that.
So my dad will just listen. And sometimes we'll have our time where we really laugh. Like, we will laugh at women, And my dad will be like, when I'm doing some crazy stuff, like he'll be like, and shake his head and be like, women, and laugh, he'll look at me and just laugh, That's the thing we had, we had a strong bond.
Miss Sakhile, I'm sorry, Sham, I need to ask this. In a world where you could have chosen whatever profession, whatever that was popular at the time, whatever that your friends were doing, how did you?
I was a teacher.
You were a teacher.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I taught both in primary and secondary school.
Okay.
Yeah. But then, when I was still a teacher, I would do businesses there and there and there. But then my sister got sick, and she ended up having around 10 operations.
Okay, that's crazy.
Very crazy. And then when they were supposed to do the 11th one, she was like, nah. So I said, let's go and learn how other countries are treating people. Do they really keep chopping and chopping and chopping? So that's when I started to investigate, to learn alternative methods. Yes. So I kept upgrading myself. I resigned from teaching. Yeah. I taught for almost 17 years. Yeah.
Okay. That's a lifetime.
So that's when I started to learn. Then we started to try healing, and my sister's fine. She doesn't take any medicine. We always tease now and say, hey, if you're a doctor, if you go to your GP and your GP is not asking you about your diet, your gym, time you sleep, all those things, you might be going to a drug dealer.
Yes,
you are going
absolutely.
to a drug dealer.
Absolutely.
Because
if I had a specialist in my previous life who said that if your GP is not looking at specialists and other forms to help you, then this person is just milking you for all they can get before you pass on. Like literally they're thinking of themselves. Now there's a book that we both like. I think it's written by Dr. Peter Ace. I think it's called God's Pharmacy. And
yes, I know it. I have the book here.
Yeah. So I
have around 24 books on herbs.
Basically, with me, whenever before I go out to the pharmacy, I look through that book on some. Yes, we've got a bit of a headache here. What can I eat?
When last did you drink water?
It's
important. Those minor things, free things, that can make you sick.
No, me and you are on the same page. But the one day I know you've encountered that where somebody is coming to you for help, but they are the most skeptic person you've ever met on some. Yes, and I've tried 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my last resort.
Coming to that, most people who come to us, we treat people who have tried it all. We treat women who've been on operations and they've tried it all. We've caught cancer. Fibroids, kidneys. We've taken people out of dialysis.
Dialysis?
Yeah.
And the kidneys start to regain functionality?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then they remove those needles and all those things. Yeah. So, I don't know. I can say, I've learned these things, but I still believe God is involved in this.
Absolutely.
Because what I'm doing, really, it's not done by anyone in South Africa. I'm the only person in South Africa who's doing what I'm doing.
That brings me to my next question. Mom, who is a mom?
Yes, I'm your mom. How?
Okay. I'll let it go. I'll let that one slide. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. So, Mom, how many branches do you have? And do they offer?
3.
You have 3.
Yeah.
It's Richards Bay, Santon, and this one.
I've closed down Richards Bay because it was taking a toll on me.
Yeah.
I have Santon, I have Wheatbank, I have Nutspread.
Okay. Do you offer the same services?
Yeah. I wanted to open all over South Africa, but now I get so exhausted. Even now, you can tell I'm exhausted.
Yeah, no, time. If
so
only.
I just need to put, I'm still growing in this. I think when the time is right, I know I must have a branch in every province, but when the time is right, for now, I think I'm a little bit exhausted.
I think you need to open up a school.
We have.
No, I mean a school for you to teach people what they need to do at the branch level so that you overlook everything. That's
what I'm actually doing, but now there's the spirituality involved, whereby I feel this needs me.
Okay, so where to from here? Like growth pattern, like when you pray about it, well, what's next on the to-do list?
I just give it to God. You know how God is. You plan and God gives you something bigger. I never thought I'll find myself in Johannesburg. Never. So one time I'm sleeping and then go to Johannesburg to Santon. So now I woke up and checked for agencies.
Mm-hmm.
The following week I was in Joburg looking for a place. Got a place. Ordered machines. Started working just like that. I never thought. I never liked Johannesburg. The business.
It is hectic.
Yeah,
it is hectic.
Coming from a quiet city. I call Barberton a city, by the way.
It is a city. It is.
Because that's where the first stock exchange, South African Stock Exchange was.
Yes,
so that's why I always say, Barberton is a city. I'm telling you, it's a city, a beautiful.
There's so many things that I envision as from Barberton. There's a book that we all read growing up. Okay, fine. I'm told that I went to different schools to my friends, so bear with me. Jack of the Bushveld.
Yeah.
Percy, it's Fitzpatrick. Percy Fitzpatrick, I think that's the guy who wrote it. And that's about a dog that's based in Barberton.
Yeah.
I love Barberton.
So, yeah.
Love Barberton. So, Mom, it's going to take a while for me to actually jump over the whole calling you Mom part. But
no, just call me Mom. I'm comfortable.
You're comfortable with Mom?
Yeah.
Okay, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
So, now you've studied in all these different countries, including online. How did you understand everything that they were speaking about? I mean, me and you right now, I said Acacia Terry, and that's just English, and you know another Swati word. Chances are we're talking about the same Terry. But then you talk to somebody in Moscow at that moment and they're telling you about something else. How did you...
Do you know Google Translate?
Mommy?
Do you know Google Translate?
I get that.
Okay.
I get that. But if
you can go anywhere in the world with Google Translate, like anywhere in the world.
So you've never run into a brick wall in terms of like you and this person on the other line?
No. Because with Google Translate you can just record them.
Yeah?
They let them gossip about you and then you'll be listening in English. You can pretend you don't know, you don't understand, while it's busy translating.
So does it cover all the even there's a couple of dialects that are obscure?
Well, but like you'll be getting the content,
What
which
codes?
is what we want.
Hello, 007 Sibiya Special. Mommy, there's words that get tossed out there every so often. Fibroids comes up quite a lot. What are fibroids?
Fibroids. they affect women. Most of the time, it's women who's undergone trauma. Trauma can be different. It can be from upbringing. It can be from rape.
Yeah.
It can be from the relationship that we are still in now, and maybe you've got a man who's mishandling you, you know.
Yes, yes.
Even when you're supposed to do sex, you're just being mishandled. Psychologically.
Yes.
You know, you're staying there, you know you're not supposed to be here, but, you know. And other women are angry. They don't want to forgive. You know, a woman can stay with you, but he hates you.
Yeah, I've always found that crazy, but I know that's true.
Yeah, he hates you, but he's here and he hates you to hell. So hence then they end up developing the fibroids. Others are angry at God. You find a woman who has never slept with a man. The woman has got fibroids. Because this person is like, I did everything my parents said I should do. I went to church. I prayed. I fasted. I listened. I was cleaning in the church. I was giving in the church.
But I'm not getting the benefits.
And yet, time is ticking. And the womb, that's why we say fibroids are a womb of an angry woman. Once the woman gets angry, then it's fibroid. Womb of an angry woman. It gets so tough. They get so, you see, when you are hitting this,
yes,
fibroids becomes stomach.
So how do you treat them, Mom?
We use machines, we use manual method. I use the method that my dad also taught me, but then I incorporate it with the machines.
So would you advise somebody to come knock on your door before they think of pulling stuff out?
You know, even if you've got breast cancer, prostate cancer, you know, before you go for chemo, start here. But fibroids, before you go under the knife, start here.
You know, I honestly, I used to think that the only thing that laser therapy comes into was hair removal.
No.
Hair removal, like
I do that. I've got those machines, but I've shifted my focus now on beauty. People are more sick.
Yeah, but I understand that people are more sick, but we live in such a vanity-fueled world where somebody is more interested in spending 10,000 to look with this outfit as opposed to
10,000 years.
I'm just saying,
they will spend 200,000
on how they look.
Add the bar, cut the stomach, fix the nose. They go to go 300,000 more.
But I never quite understood the logic behind that. How are people more comfortable to spend money to look good but feel like SHIT?
As I grow, I always tell people, do what makes you happy. We will never be the same.
Yes.
Yeah. That's my rule now.
So,
what is it that makes you happy?
Yes.
Just do it.
Out of all the services that you offer, here at Classy Local, which is the most common?
It's colon cleansing. People are now going back to their roots.
What is colon cleansing?
Colon cleansing, basically, is baked. You know, we are using water, and then we put a pipe at the back till we get inside. The water must be your temperature. It must be 37 degrees Celsius.
Yes, to match
your body temperature. And then it will go all around the colon or tube. So as this water comes, and then it pushes the old number 2, because you see how big he is.
Yes.
And you see your stomach. You might be eating meat, but you might struggle to take it out. And meanwhile, you are eating it, but you are able to take it out. Now, for him to be fine, now he will need to cleanse the colon for his stomach not to be normal. Because once it's like this, he can't convince me otherwise. He's a meat lover. And then he gets constipated. And then now there's pain. Then there's the feet, are aching. Sometimes this minor headache just because of the food and metabolism it's not functioning normally.
Slow down.
Yeah.
Mom, even on your leaflet, I was paging through it, and even on your website and everything, you mentioned vagina tightening. How does that work?
Okay, that's it's just that word is used, but that service, man, it's not really to make the woman to become a virgin again, but it is, other women are over bleeding.
Yes.
Other women have got too wet. Others are too dry. Others, they have tried it all, man, drank everything, but still the smell is there. They've drank all antibiotics you can think of, but the smell is there. That's where we come in to say, okay, now leave the medicine, now come to us.
Yes, clearly it's not working.
And we heal them. Maybe with one session they get fine.
So it's all about vaginal health.
Yes, vaginal health. It's not that you become a virgin again. Yes, Pella, remember, when the vagina is in the good state, you then enjoy sex.
Yes, absolutely, because you're not self-conscious or something. I wonder how it's going to be.
Actually, we recommend it even for over 60 women. Do you know there are women who can jump, and when they jump, then water comes out? Women who can't lift up a heavy bucket, if they lift up, water comes out. So it's for such things.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot that we don't talk about, and it needs people who are free talkers like me.
No, don't worry. In terms of free talkers, I believe me and you are from the same, we suckled on the same breast, so to speak. Mommy, what other services do you offer?
For men, we've got a service that's busy, and most people will think we treat, most people, because men don't do testimonies, But let me tell you, we treat more men than women.
Whoa, really?
Yes, we treat more men than women.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because we deal with early ejaculation, we deal with sperms, we deal with the prostate, we deal, Most people who are taking high blood medications, early ejaculation.
Early ejaculation, a sickness.
Yes,
it is. It's a sickness. It's a condition, definitely.
I'm not talking about something once in a while this happened because of maybe, you were overexcited or your brain was in another state. I'm talking about the daily thing here.
Like when this is standard.
I'm talking about the man. It's in the sword. Let us let to my father and you once langena and that's his shoe. Yeah, it's and full well done. No more it does that. That's a condition. Or I'll
That's
no going to lama pilis manch.
So even somebody who I would call a hopeless case, you would be able to sort that out.
I have.
Okay.
I've restored so many marriages. Like,
hallelujah.
I'm loved by married people.
Praise God.
I'm loved. I'm God sent.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Like we also said, we're doing the Lord's work, leaving the world in a better place than we found it. Okay. How do people access your services?
You can call me on 0833041560. But now, Joburg get people from Botswana, Namibia, Zambia. We get people from all over. We do have a place where they can sleep.
Oh.
Yeah. We charge them.
Of course you should.
Because our treatment starts from 10 days if you're chronic to 30 days. So that's why we offer accommodation as well. But no meat, in our recovery house, no meat.
Okay, thanks for the warning.
Yeah. No vitamin juice, just water. Hydrogen water, we give you hydrogen water.
What type of lifestyle would you encourage people so that they don't become your customers?
Eat right.
Would you recommend that somebody eats according to their blood type? Because that's another thing that I ran into.
For me, that doesn't make sense. Let me put this to you. You see now how God designed it. Sakhile, you're from Barberton, right? I'm gonna develop food around where you stay according to the seasons.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Now that it's winter, there'll be avocados, chilies, spinach,
Oranges and everything else.
To prevent, that is why there must never come a time whereby you say, you know, I'm taking alcohol. December comes, you didn't eat a lychee once, you didn't eat mangoes once. All the food that have grown up in your area during that time, you haven't touched that food. It's an era. Because there's a reason for that food.
That's true.
It's medicine.
That's true.
But you are not taking that medicine.
We think about
that is freely given.
I know people, okay fine, I know idiots who prefer to take effervescent vitamin C tablets over just eating an orange.
Yep. Or a person will recommend buying vitamin D rather than being in the sun for 30 minutes. So which one would you recommend?
I'm not saying Tlalelang, just take a walk.
Am I ugly?
No.
I don't even use sunscreen. I'm in the sun 30 minutes every day.
The human
now
body.
I developed flu because I took my grandkids and other kids, they had a party, so I took them. There's somewhere here along the Barberton Road where we...
Pumba?
Yeah. And I don't know what virus we catch there. So I still need to check if is it because we were there or what.
They're
Because
quite busy, so chances are you just picked up from somebody who left it there, that's it.
Yeah, because after we came back there, we all got sick. Like, I mean, all of us. All of us were. But now, because we can't take meds, you know, we're letting it go naturally.
Mommy, if you had to educate our listeners and you had 1 minute to do it, what would you tell them?
Put yourself first.
55 seconds to go.
Put yourself first in a way that if I come to your house and you offer me Coke,
Yes, ma'am.
I can say no. Just give me water.
Yes. Yes.
Because now I used to drink out of like, hey, what will they say? And then because my system is clean now, any little bit of poison you put on it, and then at the end of the day, I'm the one who's sick. So I was like, why am I worried about what will people say? Because at the end of the day, it's me who gets affected by these things.
Sure.
So put yourself first.
Has there ever been a patients?
I've had one. I think I've had one. And we are now in a very good relationship because I think God brought that man to test me and to test him as well, to test our faith. Because that man had faith that I didn't have. Because when he came, I remember there's a GP that I work with in Sante, and I told the GP that, look, take this man, I don't want to treat this man. And the GP said, you know, if I admit this one, I don't think he will survive, just go back and treat him. So the man said, I also don't want to go to the hospital because when he was driven from KZN, and then he said as they were driving him, something said, Ashman, just release and die. And something said, no, man, let me just arrive there. I'm going to be healed there. He had water retention. All his organs were swimming in water. One of his legs was already amputated. They wanted to amputate the second one. He had kidney failure, he had all those things you can actually think of. I was so hopeless, and God intervened, and he is finally healthy today.
Okay.
And I give glory to God for that one. So since then, I've never been scared.
So since then, basically, you rush into any situation and hope for the best. Yes.
Unless it's a situation that needs surgery. Let's say you have a broken bone, I'm not allowed to treat that. Or
Yes.
you're from an accident, I'm not allowed to treat, those surgical conditions, no. But other things, yeah.
I did mention that we live in a very vain, vanity-driven world. Yeah? So what about people who want to whiten or lighten their skin? How does that work? Do you offer such services, or do you have people who
there are things that I used to do before, but once you become too much health conscious, other things they no longer matter, because there's a reason why I have melanin.
Yes.
So if I'm destroying it, then
what are you opening up yourself for?
How about my health in terms of my skin and all that? So those are things that I've said no. We used to have a nurse that will come here and administer such. So I was like, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. It's not a market worth it.
Unless you want some vitamins and all that. Yeah, you can have. But skin whitening for me, my melanin is my pride.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Amanda, that's really
Last question from me. Do you cure for hangover? And if so, what is cure for a hangover?
I've forgotten the name of the herb. I once talked about it on my herb page. If you can listen to my page on TikTok, I'll remember the name, because I've studied a lot of herbs. But there's something you drink for hangover. Another thing, you can just take an onion and chew it.
Before or after?
No, after.
Okay.
I think you've been drinking.
Yes, you've been drinking.
Just take the onion, raw as it is, and chew it. Even the smell will disappear. They won't know you had alcohol.
Oh, hello.
Would that also affect, also help with the feeling?
Onion is very healthy. Yeah.
It is.
Raw onion is very healthy.
Okay, Ms. Sakhile, thank you for giving us this moment for us to actually speak to you.
No, I'm sorry you had to come here, because you see now I'm busy and next week I must go jogging.
Nah, it's fine. Then it worked out.
I only come here one day a month.
Okay. Well, how do people get a hold of you for your services?
083-304-1560. I'm in South Africa. If you are outside of South Africa, the code is 0027-83-304-1560.
Okay. And then your socials? How
Well, on TikTok as Classy Look Aesthetics, Instagram and Facebook, Classy Look Aesthetics. YouTube as well. There and there, yeah.
It's there as well. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for taking this journey with us to Classy Look in Nelspruit branch. They were kind enough to host us for this episode. Don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe. We like her work, we like her as a person, and I think that you guys would benefit from her services moving forward. LeoGrant out.
Thank you.